we're going to install this 233 MHz Intel Pentium with MMX technology into this Shuttle HOT-565 motherboard. Back in 1997, this 233 MHz Pentium-MMX was the fastest CPU you could get from Intel for socket 7. If you didn't like that option, you could go AMD in the same socket. That's right. Back in the 90s, you could choose Intel or AMD with the same motherboard, even though the chipset is from Intel. The physical installation is surprisingly similar to socket AM4. There is a lever to lift on the side of the socket, just like this. Then we look carefully at the CPU and note a missing pin in the top corner. That will line up with the missing pin that is in this corner on the socket. So lining it up, the CPU sits in place and drops in again with no downward force. We lower the lever and it clicks. The CPU is physically installed, but wait, there's more configuration to do. Just like how modern motherboards will tell you directly on the board which RAM slots to use, the motherboards from this era will tell you how to set the CPU clock, which is the front side bus, the CPU ratio, which is a multiplier of the CPU clock used to reach the full CPU speed, and even voltage settings, located right here. These must match up to the actual CPU settings or risk instability or even damage to the CPU. The CPU clock for this model is meant to be 66 MHz, and the three jumpers are meant to be set off, on, on. These are the three jumpers. They are already set for off, on, on. In order to reach 233 MHz with a 66 MHz bus speed, we must use a 3.5 multiplier. That setting is listed here as off, 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 and the three jumpers are currently set as off, on, off. So this yellow jumper has to be removed to make the multiplier correct for 233 MHz operation. Finally, for correct voltage settings, we must set it to 2.8 volts. The board indicates open. That means all jumpers must be removed from J103. J103 is located here, so this additional tall yellow jumper must be removed for correct operation. We're almost done. We just need to apply a cooler. First, we have to put on some thermal paste. Just like with modern CPUs, thermal paste and a good cooler are required. Even though this CPU requires cooling, it only has a 17 watt TDP. So this low-profile all-copper cooler from Evercool will do the trick just fine. There's a clip on this side and this side of the socket. These plastic notches will secure the cooler using the clips found on either side of the cooler itself. One of them has a little lever to assist with installation. We hook on one clip and then we push the cooler down and we secure the clip on the opposite side by pressing it down until it engages with the notch on the other side of the socket. Now the cooler is fully installed, and we simply have to hook up the fan to power. It's ready to use. Thanks for watching.